Welcome, everyone. We are here today to come together to do our monthly blessing. And I'd like to welcome everyone here in the audience, everyone at home. This is a very special time when we come together to honor those precious lives that have passed this last month. Since the beginning of the sanctuary in 1984, we have grown and expanded in so many ways. The sanctuary itself remains that heart and soul of the organization. And this is where, if you've been here, you know we have so many different species of animals in our care. Horses, goat, sheep, pigs, bunnies, birds, dogs, cats, wildlife, all kinds of beautiful beings. Many of them have found homes, and some of them have remained with us, and over time have transitioned and passed on. Each life is precious, and each life has been taken care of by our caregivers in a way that is so extremely loving and kind and attentive. Every animal here has someone who knows them so well. Any tiny little change in their behavior is noted. Nothing slips by our caregivers. They work 24/7 to give all these animals a really good life. And also, we have our caregivers who take care of them when we tuck them in at the end of their life, and you'll meet some of them today. We're going to take a moment to honor the animals that passed here at the sanctuary, and we'll be sharing a little bit about them. But before we do, I just want to say something about how animals impact our hearts. I know you know this already, but they have a very special love that is constant, unconditional, unchanging, unwavering, uncomplicated, and has a place inside of us that is deep and very different from the love that we have for the others in our life that have two legs. It's a different kind of love. It changes our lives. They are so uncomplicated that, if you come back home late for dinner, they're not going to be they're going to be so happy. They're going to be jumping on you. They're going to lick you. They're going to say, you're here, you're here, you're here, yay, yay, yay. And then, if you have something happen in your life that changes the dynamics of your life, and you might have to downsize, that's fine. They just want to be with you. They want to be by you. They want to be safe. That's all they ask for. So uncomplicated, so pure, so constant. So right now, we're going to take a moment to honor those that have passed, ones at the sanctuary, your animals, our animals, and give them that love and respect and gratitude for everything that they have given us. Right now, I'd like you to meet one of our caregivers, Tyler. He takes care of the animals that we tuck into Angel's Rest.
Hello, my name is Tyler. As Ann said, I'm one of the caregivers here at Angel's Rest, and now I'd like to share with you the names of some of the animals that we've lost here at the sanctuary and at home as well from the past month. From Dogtown, we have Eduardo, Moon, Fiesta, Dingo, Honey Bear, Sweet Pea, and Chaos. Cat World, we have Missy, Connie, Agatha, Duper, Ivy, and Miss Kitty. From Horses and Goats, we have Susie Q, Prima, and Quigley. From Rabbits, we have Dottie. And a couple members have sent in some tributes for animals that they've had pass at home as well. And from you guys, we have Louie, Sky, Smalls, Gizmo, and Cooper. Now we have a couple stories that members have sent in as well to honor some of the animals in their lives. Kona, You were a treasured member of the family from the moment I rescued you at 9 months. I was supposed to go to a festival, but decided to visit the rescue organization where you chose me. I am so grateful to have had you in my life. You were sweet, funny, and smart. I miss your woo-woos and our visit to the beach, sitting on the patio with you and my tea, and playing with your numerous toys. I loved how your ears flopped on our walks and when you became giddy after seeing people, especially children. All you wanted was a hello or a pet. There will never be another one like you. I think about you every day until we meet again. My Kona Cabana. BB was abandoned at my community colony in the spring of 2010. He was a very tender-hearted, timid, frightened cat who was picked on by other male cats in the colony. I worked hard to trap him, get him neutered, and all his shots. He had trouble finding a fellow cat to partner up with and was craving attachment and love. He finally found an old female named Blue Lou, who bonded deeply with him, and they truly loved and cared for each other. He finally had the companionship he was searching for and loved all the brushing, petting, treats, and love I gave him. During his older years, he slowly lost his eyesight, and after consulting with a veterinarian, she said there was no cure, so we continued to love and care for him in every way that we could. BB was the first to greet me in the morning and the last to say goodnight. I absolutely adored, loved, and cherished him. I miss him so much and feel blessed with his presence all these years. I love you, BB, and feel so grateful for all of your years of loving companionship. At this point, I'd like to turn it over to Karen, who has a story that she'd like to share about Horse Haven.
My name is Karen. I'm a local volunteer in Horse Haven, which includes pigs, goats, and equines, different kinds of equines. And oftentimes we're here because someone's passed who's older, but today I'm very sad to share with you that we've lost some young ones, and it's a tragedy no matter the animal or the person when they're so young. The two that we lost are first, we lost Prima, who was a horse. We had some horses that we took in at the end of 2022, about 22 horses, and several of the mares were pregnant. We didn't know that until the spring, when it became pretty obvious that we were going to have some babies. And so we had 3 babies that were born here at the sanctuary. It was amazing and wonderful. The first one was Prima, the second one was Belle, and the third one was Yara. Yara, I'm happy to say, has gone with her mother and father, their horse family, off to a sanctuary, and Belle is here with her mom, Liberty. Prima was the darling, of course, as the first one, and she was very playful, and one of the things that she loved to do was, as you walked into the paddock, we were trying to not interact with them very much, but she loved to grab any string and then run with it. And one time she took a string that was attached to a plastic bag that was helped to keep her back away from the people, and she ran around the paddock being afraid, scaring herself from all of that. So foals are absolutely the sweetest, and everyone was enjoying their presence. Later on in the year, they were joined by another foal who came as part of a rescue from St. Paul. But one day, the horses were in the back of a paddock, and there was a sound that spooked them. That's what happens with horses, and Prima was among a group of horses that just ran. And as you probably may or may not know, horses can't see directly in front of them, and she ran into something, and sadly, she passed right away. So that is a great sadness for us and for all of you. And Gertie, her mother, is doing well. She is still in with Liberty and Belle, and their Aunt Doxy, another horse with them. The other loss that we had this past month was a little baby goat named Quigley. He came into us with a very bad back hind end. He couldn't use his hind end, and we soon discovered that he had a broken back. So his life was short and also beloved enough to receive a name and care. So it is our privilege and joy, and sometimes our grief, to work with these wonderful animals. Thank you.
Hello, everybody. My name is Josh, and I'm the manager of Angels Rest here at the Sanctuary. And actually, in this part of the program, I wanted to memorialize a former employee here at the Sanctuary. She was actually one of the first people I met quite a while ago, and her name is Raven Chong. And she was here for a number of years, and she was an ambassador. She had a number of positions here at the Sanctuary throughout the years, and you know, I always heard nothing but good things about her and great things. She was always just so nice to me personally. And she had a program with Angels Rest where she would actually recycle urns that weren't used in placements. People decide sometimes to put their ashes directly into the earth and not keep their urns. And so we would recycle those with her for people who maybe couldn't afford an urn or would like another option. And she did that all on her own, and we were happy to work with her on that. She did pass away earlier this week, and of course we were all saddened to hear that. But one thing she was also was a published author. And so she has this book, Ode to the Still Small Voice. And I'm going to read a little poem passage from that today. This is called Ode to the Last Page. Beginning and re-beginning, such is life. Each new day, each page portends growth until we crest an unspoken wave and begin coasting the downhill ride. Slowly, most assuredly, despite efforts and resources of money, surgery, even the most heartfelt, soulful prayers are unable to save us from the creeping inevitable. Our aging bodies are no pathologies, some way that we aim to nip and tuck, lift and smooth, but to fix and cure is the natural progression for the next big leg of our journey. The final page, the last goodbye, letting go of dogs and paper, mostly paper things, ashes to ashes, dust to dust, in a bonfire may we fly. Thank you. Now at this point, I'd like to offer a moment of silence for all of our little friends we've lost either recently or in the past.
Thank you so much for joining us today. And thank you for all that you do to help save the animals in communities around the country by supporting the work we're doing to achieve saving them all by 2025. Thank you for the love that you give directly to the animals in your life. And thank you for being a part of saving the animals here that come into the sanctuary. I hope if you haven't visited us that you will do soon, and maybe next year we will see you here. May everything that you've given, all the love and the care and the kindness, return to you 100-fold in the year to come. Thank you so much.